Good evening and welcome to Whitley Bay Ice Rink as the Warriors are taking on the Blackburn Hawks in a game which promises to deliver quite a good one, doesn't it, Daniel Lord, who's joining me for this game?
Yeah, looking forward to it. Last night I heard it was a pretty competitive game. I heard it was quite physical as well, so maybe some temperatures will carry on into this game tonight. Maybe a couple of little rivalries have been created last night, so that might be interesting to watch.
Yeah, and further good news for Phil Edgar, who's back on the goal scoring trail. He got another 2 last night. That's 5 in his last 2 games.
Yeah, Edgar always likes to stick them opportunities away. He doesn't miss many, so he's carrying on his scoring from last week, which is good to see for the Warriors' point of view.
The two teams have produced some great hockey between them as well, and last season the Warriors just about edged it. They won 4 of the 6 meetings last season. Coming into this one though, Blackburn took the first 2. Remember, Whitley outshot them and outplayed them for much of the opening game here, back on the opening weekend of the season, but the Hawks won it in overtime, then beat Whitley quite comfortably over in Lancashire. But last night the Warriors got their first win against the Hawks of the season with a 5-3 win. Let's see what they can do this evening, as it looks like Martin Crammond is playing in his more familiar forward role, which is what he prefers. He's lined up much of the season on the blue line, but since Sam Zajac's come in, we haven't seen him in the same team, so good to see Martin Crammond out there as Dean Holland goes towards goal. Got a hat-trick of assists last night and tested Ashton early on there, didn't he? Yeah, they certainly have. As now the Warriors give a break on here, and the goalie though came rushing out, but he fanned on his clearance, and Dean Holland almost stole in on goal there. He would have just had a tap in if he could have collected it. Now Duncombe and Miettinen flashing it along the blue line. Baldwin will tip it in, give chase. As we said, 3 recognised defencemen here on the Hawks forward line here. Sorry, on the ice at the minute, but it's Baldwin who's gone in, and here they've got the break on here, and the Hawks have got the breakthrough then, and that has come very much off the run of play, and the Hawks get the breakthrough.
Yeah, good finish there. I mean, it was a little bit, Zajac went rushing forward, got dispossessed, and it was left a one-on-one, and it was actually good finish, high on the backhand, so they'll be happy with that. But like you say, against a run of play,
it's one back, and the Hawks will fire from distance. Good low save again, kick save by Van Oswald, and then he'll cover up the rebound.
Yeah, good double save there by Lawson, but the Hawks are coming back into it a bit more now. Well, still on the power play obviously, but they're getting a couple of opportunities now.
As the Hawks will clear it, and for the first time this period they've got it out their zone. Baldwin gets it back into a slot and it's fired, Pollitt. But good save by Van Oswald in the end. Incredibly
unlucky there. I mean, I think Lawson got a little bit with his leg, but it's clipped the post, and it was an excellent save as it happened, but a bit of a bungle about with the defenders there, and they had almost gifted Blackburn another goal.
Yeah, as Maddock will clear it to centre ice. Holland plays it along, good diagonal pass to Sample. He's going to cut inside, can he shoot? He fires, and he sets up Edgar, but his shot just was saved. Great recovery save in the end by Ashton, who was all in a spin on that one, wasn't he?
Yeah, beautiful save. Actually, I thought it was nailed on, that goal, and he's come up with a big kick save. Excellent save. The Warriors can't believe that one didn't go in.
Yeah, it was a clever move, probably the best move the Warriors have put together all game. But the Hawks still have it. Bentham lays it off, and a huge mid-ice hit there by Sam Zajac on Royds. He won't be heard from till next week. That was a huge hit, wasn't it?
That's what you've got to do. You've got to step up the player. I mean, Sam likes to step up, and he's played obviously higher level, so he wasn't going to let him get past with that one, and lined him up well. Caught him a little bit off balance, but he still stopped the guy and broke up the play.
Against Baldwin, comes back to Harley. He's going to line one up, fires, and it was Baldwin who got down onto his knee there to block the shot, just diverted that puck away.
Yeah, brave block there by Baldwin.
I'll tell you what, I wouldn't have wanted to have been on the end of it. And he scored! Edgar scored! He finds the back of the net and he's beaten Ashton like a rented mule. The Warriors are back on level terms. It's 1-1.
Yeah, lovely finish up by Edgar. He's let the keeper go down, and he's just sniped it up in the top corner above the keeper's shoulder. Excellent finish, and just what the Warriors needed. The Hawks are been struggling a little bit, and they've had to capitalise while they're not playing their hockey, so it's just what the Warriors needed halfway through the second period.
Yeah, the Warriors back on level terms, and it's Edgar's 6th goal in 3 games. He's in fine goal scoring form. As the Warriors will collect with Dan Pye in his own zone, looking to get it out A couple of heavy hits there. Corey Stones cross-check Ryan Sample, and he's going to go into the penalty box for that one. That was a little bit of a stupid, petulant move by Stones there, really, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. It was a retaliation, and Sample done the right thing, really, but I think he's wanting to go with Sample.
Yeah, Sample just skated away, didn't want to know. Stones is concerned if he could have took Sample with him, that would have negated the power play somewhat, wouldn't it?
Yeah, if he wants to go, leave it in the third period when the wind's in the back.
Exactly, Zaja, and there's going to be another penalty here by the looks of it with the Warriors on the attack. Bentham will collect, and it's going to be, I believe, it's going to be 5-on-3 then. Is it Duncan who's got the penalty?
Yeah, it's a big fella, and they're trying to mix it up now.
Yeah, he's just shoved Finlayson in the back while he was down. The player coach, Steve Duncan, he's going to go to the bench now, and that's quite important because he's a big size, isn't he? He's somebody who you'd want on your penalty kill. As gets it back to Holland, he's lining one up, lays it off to Longstaff. Edgar's in the slot, he's waiting for it, and Miettinen was with him for a time being. Holland to Harley, fires it from the back of the net!
What a shot by Harry Harley. Lays it being right to the top corner. Hardly even seen it. Beautiful shot, and just what the Warriors were after.
Let's go hunt loose on a Harley. Harry Harley with the goal then, and the Warriors with a 2-1 lead, and still with a power play for the next 97 seconds. Hawks are going to just about kill this second penalty off then with about 5 seconds to go. Richie Lawson starting the countdown as Kippin will build from the back once again. Now Harry Harley, he'll take it beyond the net, but penalty's done, and Duncan's not noticed. And the Warriors had scored off it with Duncan still in the box. The penalty had ended, but he was still in the box. He hadn't come back on the ice, and the Warriors have got a 3-1 lead. Scratch my back with a hacksaw.
Beautiful finish by Bonds again in that top block corner. Excellent one time. And the goalkeeper's head will be down now because that was a beautiful finish as well. Same side.
Yeah, Wambam Barnsley with the goal then. As that one will be cleared by Duncan. Collected by Kippin. And he finds David Longstaff. Very insulting pass there by Skippy to pick out David Longstaff to make it 4-1. Shave my face with a rusty razor.
Yeah, it was a nice fake of the shot there by Skippy. He's seen Longstaff going to the back post. He sold the dummy to the goalkeeper and put it on the plate for Longstaff. Good finish, and the Warriors are playing more like themselves now and running away with it.
Rick Bentham with a wild shot. I tell you what though, someone of his quality, Rick Bentham, he's had a quiet game for the Hawks, which if I was a Blackburn fan, I'd be quite concerned. As Edgar then, another 2-on-1 odd man rush here for Warriors, and Edgar fires, comes off the blocker, Holland, and it's in the back of the net. No, it's side netting.
Side netting. Decided to go himself, Edgar, and goalkeeper's made a save, but Holland's almost, was it Holland or?
Yeah, it was Dean Holland who
Holland
nearly
got on the rebound and hit the side netting, so he's quite unlucky, but another good positive attack by the Warriors.
Actually, Smedley, who's having a shift at forward as well with Ross and Zajac on the point. Maybe a question of high sticks here by Estoshi as he controlled the puck in his own crease. Streetley trying to get away with Martin Crummond. He's going to get called for hook in there though. That's a little bit unlike Martin Crummond really, but it's pretty blatant. He had a few goes at him there, didn't he? Now Sean Kippin will get it out. Miettinen will collect at centre ice. Plays it across for Bentham. Pye will go with him, just closes him down. Bentham can only dump it back in, loses possession. Now we'll get a second attempt at it, goes towards goal. Then Baldwin is converted, and the Hawks eaten into a Warriors lead. They've got it back to 4-2.
Yeah, the Warriors just couldn't clear the zone there. I mean, it was a good play, nice fake of the shot from the point, and he picked the back post, the Hawk on the back post there, and he finished it well. Good shot in the Lawson's near post, but yeah, that makes for an interesting third period. Must have been listening to what I was saying and pushing it a little bit now.
Yeah, it did. Comes out, and Maddock will have to give chase. All the way back down. Barnes will collect. He's under a bit of pressure from Viney, ushering him aside. Long stretch pass by Maddock. Comes out. Viney will leave it, and then Jordan Barnes has just cross-checked, or took a swipe at Lobby there. I don't think Lobby was too impressed with that. Yeah, it was, as Sean Kippin working hard there, getting the puck back. Harley on his own blue line across to Dan Pye. As the two Warriors defensemen getting pushed back by this Russian Hawks four-man unit, and then the shot out wide by, was it Holland, who when he kicked it clear, did the goalie Ashton. Matt Viney going up against Phil the Frill Edgar, and it's the Canadian who wins it, but the loose puck falls nicely for Viney. He'll carry it forward only as far as Harry Harley, who sends it back along the boards. Now the Warriors looking to get a break on here. Edgar fast out of the blocks. He's going to cut in from the left-hand side. He's going to go up towards goal. He runs the back of the net. He shoots, he scores, and the Warriors have a 5-2 lead. How much fried chicken can you eat?
Yeah, good decision there by Edgar to take a shot himself. The defender was in between him and Samble, and I mean Samble was up there for the support, but it was the right decision, I think, to take himself, and a good finish underneath the goalkeeper's catch on.
That's something. That would leave them then with about a minute to kill with 5 on 4. And now DJ Good looking to catch him on the break here. Fires. He's in the back of the net. He's Peter Mashon like a rented mule. Get in the fast lane, Grandma. His bingo game's ready to roll.
Yeah, beautiful finish got by DJ Good there. Excellent shot. He's had a couple of opportunities where he hasn't quite getting a hold of it, but he certainly got a hold of that one, and he slapped it right in the top corner in the cut side, and that's a short-handed goal with 3 skaters on the ice. Excellent play.
So that will do it. The Warriors are going to skate off with a 6-2 win, and it's Warriors then with the win, and that sets them up nicely for next weekend, doesn't it? Because Solihull here next Saturday. That's going to be a good one as well, because it recently beat them for the first time in 7 games. So be good to see if they can carry that form into that game for the Warriors, wouldn't it? Okay, we've got Martin Crammon here with us. Martin, first game back in a few weeks. What did you think of tonight's game?
Yeah, I thought it went well. Slow start, which is strange for us. Normally we're quite fast out the blocks. Second period's normally our worst, but it wasn't too bad. Just probably took them for granted a little bit, to be fair, after last night's performance, you know. I think they feel the lads rested on the morals from last night, but overall, decent performance.
Yeah, you mentioned that second period. That has generally been difficult. Do you think that's usually down because of a long change, perhaps?
Possibly, yeah. I mean, I think it's a mentality thing as well. I think we know we're poor in the second period, and then when we come to the second period, we know we're poor. So I think it's a mentality thing that will change, hopefully.
What do you think they did differently tonight? Because, like you say, they seemed to break out, they got the goals and recovered from being a goal down as well.
Yeah, I mean, I think they looked at our breakouts last night, had a little look at them. They're trying to trap a little bit more. You could see that. So mainly the trapping, and just trying to think on my feet as well. So yeah, they brought their game, which was good.
Obviously for yourself, back as a forward tonight, how did you think that went?
Yeah, I quite enjoyed it. I mean, I've been away for a little while, so trying to get the rust off, it's hard enough. I mean, I felt it tonight. It wasn't too bad last night, but I'll get there. I enjoy playing forward. I get stuck in.
Yeah, naturally that is your position, but I've always felt you've done well this season, Andy, and you always seem to read the game well and detect that problem before it arrives, that day.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, playing D, you can see a lot more what's going on. I quite like that, to be fair, because then you can call the play. But no, I don't know, my speed helps us out playing forward, and that's what I like to do. I like chasing people down. That's what I like to do. 4 checks my game.
Obviously, you're one of the longest serving Warriors on this team, and how do you think the league's been this year compared to recent seasons? Has it been as good as quality as ever?
Yeah, I mean, you can see the difference between the EPL teams that have been and what is now. Don't get me wrong, the league's massively different. I thoroughly enjoy playing this one because you've got to come with your game every night, which is great. You know, a couple of seasons ago you could take a night off and still get a result. Totally different now. Totally.
Yeah, so you have to like raise to that challenge almost.
Almost, yeah, every single night. And for the guys, that's what we live for. You know, it's pointless coming here and having like an off night and still winning. It's not fun. You want to put the graft in, get a good result, like we'll have tonight. It works.
And next week, another double header, a couple of tough games, although, you know, we've recently beaten Solihull, so hopefully they can carry that in. But Telford's going to be a tough one, isn't it?
Yeah, Telford's going to be a tough one away from home. You know, the Saturday games for us, it's been different because we don't normally play a home game on a Saturday. So again, mentality thing, it hasn't been great for us at home on a Saturday, so we need the points Saturday. Sunday, we've got to take it as it comes. Hopefully we'll have to trap them, same as Blackburn try with us tonight, and take our chances, hope for the best.
That's great, Martin, thank you very much. Okay, we've got Blackburn Hawks coach Steve Duncombe here. Steve, difficult game in the end for your guys. How did you think it went?
Not very good this weekend. We've struggled all weekend really. First period we were a little bit better than obviously yesterday. I think we were 1-0 up after the first period. Like I say, we're doing a lot better than we have been, and then it just seemed to, I don't know, it just seemed to fall apart at the seams. Just the little things that go wrong at times. Like, I don't know, it's hard to put your finger on. It's frustrating. I think I need to have a sleep on it and have a think before I go to training on Thursday and decide how to move on from there.
From our point of view, up in the commentary box, it looked like once you got the goal and took the lead, your side were in the ascendancy and were playing the better hockey. Yeah,
at times I don't think we played bad hockey, but we just don't. At times we don't seem to take our chances. Like, we'll get the puck on the net, but then there'll not be a guy driving, or if he does, he swings away, he don't stop on the net and really dig for that rebound. And like your guys, you do. You goes to the net, you have a guy driving, and you'll stay there and you'll get the rubbish goals, but they all count at the end of the day.
I thought personally Kim Yettinen had a good game this evening, and what difference has he made to your team since he recently re-signed?
He's been playing well. Like tonight, he started throwing a little bit more body, which I'm quite happy with. Cause our team's been lacking that recently. I don't know why. I think I need to come down a little bit harder on the lads, get him to start throwing body. I don't expect him to go out and kill people, but they just need to be rubbing people off the puck. And like sometimes when we're going in forecheck, we're going outside in rather than inside out, and we're just not having sticks in lanes and getting shooting lanes. There's a lot to be worked on. Like we started quite well this year, and then we've sort of got declined quite a lot. So like I say, I think we need to get back to drawing board and change how we play a little bit.
Has this season been a lot tougher having the former EPL teams in the league?
It has, yeah. We've not done bad against like Steel Dogs. We came really close at our place to come to overtime and end up losing 2-1. We beat Hull in our place 6-3. Lost a couple of times to tell. Like we've not done bad against them. And I don't know why we seem to be able to get up for them big teams. And then, like, I'm nothing against Whitley, a good team, but we don't seem to have that same enthusiasm, get up and go. That's the thing we need to work on massively.
I think that's probably a similar tale for the Warriors. They've raised the game, especially against the likes of Hull and Sheffield this season. So it's probably a similar thing, because they're there to be shot down, aren't they? They're the big boys from the league above who are now in our league.
Yes, definitely. Like I think everyone that were in our league last year, we've got to step our games up to compete with them teams, because like they're the ones with the big budgets. I know yourselves and us, we know what we have to contend with. So like we do have to step our games up. But I think like on my team especially, we need to do that every night. We're going to turn up to the rink, so we may as well play 100%.
And looking ahead for the rest of the season, what do you want from your team?
We need to start picking up some points again, because my aim for this year was to finish like 4th, 5th. 'Cause obviously for them playoff spots, it's going to be hard if you're going to play Telford, Sheffield and Hull. It's going to be a very, very hard task. And like I'd like to. We've turned Solway over this year, and I think we can beat them. So I'd like to try and finish in a playoff spot so to play them. We've got an hard run coming up now. We've got Solway, Telford, Solway, Telford. So I think we need to crop a few points off of Solway these next few games and like come close with Telford. If not, try and take them full way. I don't mind us losing as long as the effort's there. It's when the effort's not there that I get upset with the lads.
Well, good luck for the rest of the season.